What's up, scrappy peeps? It's Del from Inkie Quill, and today we're working in my project life, and I'm using the December Citrus Twist Pocket Life kit. I'm just going through, this is the first layout that I made using the kit, so I'm just kind of getting a bit familiar with it. I always try to avoid the sneak peeks when I know that there is a kit on their way. If you have a monthly kit subscription, do you prefer to know what you're getting beforehand by looking at images online or design team projects before your copy of the kit arrives? Or do you prefer to be surprised by a box of goodies when it arrives on your doorstep? Let me know, because I'm in the latter category. I think it's just, I don't know, even though looking at the images gives me anticipation, it's the not knowing that gives me more anticipation and more excitement. I'm going through and picking which cards I want to use for today. There's a lot of blue in the photos for this week, so I was trying to stick to blues, greys and whites. I toss up with that start card for quite a little bit, but in the end I do settle on the white one, not the stars. So here I've got a little photo of my shelves. I redid my albums and kind of moved my craft room around. So this is back in, I think this is May, should be end of May, I think. And so since then I've moved things a lot, and I will have a craft room tour next year sometime. I am up on the Citrus Twist blog today, and I've got the challenge of doing a Project Life challenge. And so for today, I'm doing something which was a challenge for me as well. I don't often do this, and I don't know why. I think it's just because I kind of separate my paper crafting hobbies into different sections. So the challenge that I have for you today is to use paint in your Project Life spread. Some way, somehow, you'll see what I do in a little moment, but you could also paint the background of a card. You could do some little spots or hearts or dots or dashes in the background. Any way that you think you can use some paint on your Project Life page. It's something that I just don't use mixed media on my PL pages. Let me know if you do mixed media layouts or art journaling as well as Project Life. Do you cross using mixed media in them? I'd be interested to know, because I don't seem to reach for the paint, but I should use it more often. So here I love this photo so much. It's taken on my dad's very dodgy mobile phone camera, and it's grainy, and I don't care. It's the photo that counts. This is my old rocking horse that I had as a child, and my parents kept it, and my dad repainted it and stuck on all these stickers that he found in my very large stationery and notebook supply that I still have from my childhood and teenage years at my parents' house. And then he found this big, my dad plays guitar, and he put a big guitar on the front of the horse and painted eyelashes on it, and it's so cute, and Archie loves playing with it when he's at their house. So I wanted to include this photo, and my trick is, if you ever have a photo that's grainy or is a bit blurry, make it smaller, and if possible make it black and white. I wanted to keep the color of this one so that I could actually tell that it was the rocking horse, not just if I'd done it in black and white, it would have just looked a bit blobby. So I wanted to keep it, but that's my tips and tricks for still including those a little bit dodgy photos. Next up, this photo was actually taken after Archie had his vaccinations and flu shot, and he luckily is not like his mother and doesn't freak out with needles too much, so that's a good thing. And so after he had those done, he was really happy, so we went down to the beach and he watched the waves and clapped his hands at the seagulls and had a great old time. So I'm just doing a little bit of journaling on this other side, and the pen that I'm using, because I do get every video I get a question about the pen. It's my Pilot G2 black pen. I think it's a 0.5 possibly, or 0.7, one or the other, but it's a lovely gel pen. It's not waterproof though, so just be aware of that. So just added a few bits, and I like how the black words on both the photo and the journaling card kind of tie them together a little bit, and then added a little heart, and then you can never have enough puffy hearts. And of course I'm going to put another puffy heart here too. And then this card is, I think, nope, more hearts. Geez Louise, a star. Some glittery stars. I was feeling very sprinkly when I made this. Then I've got my title card, and it's time to get some paint in here. So I've got my blue, it's the, is it Midnight? No. It's the dark blue Dilutions paint. The name it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. And I'm just kind of using it as a layering piece, I guess you could say. So I just did a big splodgy paint stroke, and my trick for that is to use a wide flat paintbrush. Then I'm sticking on my letters. Now I am adding a little bit of extra glue here, just because they are going on top of the paint, which, although it's not a very heavy, bumpy, gritty paint, it still changes the adhesive quality, I guess you could say, between stickers and sticking things on it. So just be careful of that. If you are sticking things on top of paint, I would suggest adding just a little bit of wet glue as backup, because something that I really hate is going back through my first couple of albums and seeing letters that have fallen off, titles, or things that have fallen off just because I haven't added that extra glue. So then I've got this little pack. This was in the embellishment add-on for December. And if you want any more information on the Citrus Twist kits, you can just head over to the Citrus Twist website and see what's in the kits and see pricing and all those details. I wanted to add some stars because I can't get enough of stars at the moment. Stars and hearts, definitely, they're my faves. But stars have definitely gone up in the ranks in my books, I think, because I don't know, I never used to like stars, but now I do. Adding some journaling here just because there was a big space and I felt like I had to fill it with something. So this was the week before the start of the week that we went to Tassie. So there's a lot of prep getting ready for our trip. And so I wanted to just kind of write about that, because there's a few, I think maybe not on this page, but on the next page, I know there's a few things that we bought to get ready for the flight. Adding some gold glittery stars from my stash. And then this was a random star that I had stuck to my arm at some point while I was filming the videos this day. And so I put it on my craft mat, and I wanted to use it somewhere because I knew if I didn't, it would find itself stuck to me again somehow. I once didn't realize and went to the shop with the letter P stuck to the back of my thigh. Has anyone else ever gone out and had accidental craft supplies adhered to them and not realized it at all until they got home? Because I can guarantee people may have thought I was a little strange. It was a gold glittery one too, so it stood out. Next up, back on track with what I'm doing, I am adding some white journaling to this card. I just thought the white would make it pop a bit more. And of course I'm using my Uniball Broad Signo white gel pen for that. Then I'm adding another little gold glittery star from my stash. And this card is done and the page is complete. I really love the way this one turned out. I think it's all of the fonts. I really love a good mixture of fonts and they just seem to go well together. Hope you enjoyed this video today, peeps. I am taking a 2-week break off YouTube for Christmas to spend some time with family and friends. So you'll see me again in another 2 weeks. I hope you all have a fantastic Christmas and a Happy New Year, and I'll see you next year. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bye.